Hi there, I'm Andrew, and along with Simon, we run Magpie Technology. So our journey started together probably about 28 years ago. We crossed paths, internet cafe. Simon was in the ISP world, which was a very new space. And we started talking, and over the years, we came together and collaborated quite often. And probably 17 years ago under M Training, we launched open source ePortfolio solutions and a couple of other digital solutions. Didn't really go very far. People weren't into it, put simply. But basically in 2024, Simon and myself went all in after changing our roles. We went off and developed and have spent the past 2 years full time customizing and building our own platform that we'll refer to as Carda. And in the coming weeks and months, you'll get to see a lot more of that. It's ready to roll, and along with our great mate Marcus, we're forming To Earth to manage all of our partners, clients and communities. So basically the first thing is to know with Carda, you don't change CMSs, you don't change LMSs, you don't have to implement any changes, close downs, transfers or anything else. This platform is about giving you real-time video evidence downloads with the metadata evidence at an extremely low cost to enhance what you're already doing. So the key features that I'd love to show you and talk about include a tiny learning object system and repository. We're going to refer to that as cards, but look, for those people in the education world and development world, they're learning objects and they're much smaller, they're more dynamic, so they're tiny learning objects, but we'll call them cards. 4 categories: watch and respond. So within one of the cards, you provide video, watch this video, respond, follow instructions, please record yourself doing startups, cleanups, your work, talking with your boss. You can use it as a logbook. You can rack and stack a week's worth of card instructions for your apprentice or trainees to follow the instructions. And of course, the really, really critical, important stuff, the well-being and the mentoring. Evidence objects. That's the response. An evidence object is, put simply, the zip file that you can download real time. And embedded within each evidence object is your user's response, the video response, be it visual or verbal. The raw metadata, which includes everything: when the card was sent, when it was responded to, the feedback, all of that critical information, and also a formatted metadata form, just to give you a simple, instead of all the raw code in there, a simple report in a text file. Users are managed by groups. Quite simply, user management, group management, admin levels, both in a web and via the app itself. Some of the features would obviously work a lot better in a browser format than they would in the app in creating groups and managing users. But everyone will have a different way of doing this. So in the groups, of course, one of the key factors in when you're distributing, sending the cards out one at a time, racking and stacking a month's worth, it all works where if you send 30 cards to your group only, your users in the group only see the oldest card until they respond to it, so they don't get to jump back and forward. And of course, there's other ways of letting users, freely upload their own content as well as following the instructions. And then, of course, one of the key factors for your teachers and trainers and supervisors, we tend to refer to them as facilitators, is when they're looking at the the evidence object, when they're checking out that evidence object, they get to view it, and then there's an accept and reject button. And once they click either of those, locks in the feedback. So the feedback comes up, and again, that's embedded within the raw metadata. So basically, look, in a nutshell, that's what we're bringing to the market in both app platforms and the web version. There's many, many more features to it and the way it can be used, and there's so much to it that I don't have the time to get into it right now, but I will. But you'll see a range of video demonstrations of each of the core functions and much more. and feel free to reach out to me directly. Love to have a chat and a live demonstration, and even more importantly, talk about the innovative reporting systems that we'll implement early in the new year. Thank you.